Hi, this week I'd like to talk about things that have been going well in my writing class as well as my reading class. And I want to talk about how writing can be and should be and usually is a communicative act. However, in the classroom, I know that I as a student loved writing creatively and analytically. I enjoyed the act of writing. But I often found writing assignments a little bit disheartening because they felt fake and kind of pointless, because I knew that one person at most was going to read my essay. And I say at most because reading should also be an act of communication, right? Where you're thinking about what the writer is saying and also formulating your ideas and engaging with the text. But sometimes when teachers read something that a student has written, they're just looking for items on a checklist or items on a rubric. And I'm not saying that rubrics are a bad thing. I use rubrics. I think when they're carefully used and carefully explained, they can be a great teaching tool. But I wanted to find a way to make writing a little bit more authentic and to make it more of a communicative activity. I found two ways to do that this semester, and I'd like to talk about those today. In my high intermediate reading and writing class, my students are reading A Wrinkle in Time, about 3 chapters each week, and instead of giving them a quiz to check their comprehension, I've been giving them questions in class and then giving them 15 minutes to write. After they write, they switch papers with a partner, and the partner needs to respond to what they've written and also respond to questions that the first writer will have included in their text. It seems to me that students seem a little more motivated, I think because they have an audience. And reading their text has been really interesting because they give their theories and there's a lot of interaction going on. I stressed that their text, when they write, they should write like it's a conversation. They don't need to worry about being really formal or academic. And I think that's kind of nice. And I'm not their primary audience. Their primary audience is a person who's going to give them immediate feedback and respond to what they want to talk about. After they swap papers and the second person has gotten a chance to write, I'll give them some time to talk with their partner and discuss what they've written, which is pretty neat. So that's my high intermediate class. In my beginner class, it's actually a reading class, but I decided to have each student keep a dialogue journal. And every Tuesday, they write in the dialogue journal and then turn it in on Wednesday. And I respond with a letter. The letters vary in length depending on basically how much the student has written. It's been going really well. Disclaimer, I only have 11 students, so it's doable. Obviously, if you have more students, it's probably less doable, but this idea of pairing students up for dialogue journals could work for a long-term project as well, which would probably be a solution if you do have a really large class. It's been going really well. My students have opened up to me, and the things that they write are really interesting. And it's cool because I give them back their dialogue journals, and at this point I'm not putting grades in them. I'm going to give them a holistic grade at the end of the term because I don't want them to focus on grades in this project. And, often when I give students a paper back, it seems like they look at the grade and then put it away. This is an assignment that doesn't even have a grade on it, but as soon as I give them back their journals, they open them up and start reading them and comparing their letter to their friend's letter and, asking do you know what this says? Do you understand this? So it's really cool, and I think of it as sort of personalized reading practice, because I'm responding to their questions, I'm responding to what they've said, and it's authentic communication. So I'd love to hear if you have any ideas on how to make writing more authentic and to make it more of a communication task than just, here's what I wrote, now grade it.